international games are happening today, tomorrow, weekend. So we're going to discuss that all of that on the show. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Vote Sports on Vote 104.3 FM. My name is Godwin. Today, international football. Good morning, also. How are you?
Good morning. We were talking about Nigeria qualifying. Some people have won their games and they've qualified. Egypt for one against three. No, they all qualified yesterday now with 3-0. They just sealed their name. Again, Madagascar. People that want to qualify are playing with their lives to qualify. Ghana trashing their opponent yesterday 5-0. It tells you that these people are ready for the World Cup already. They are not just preparing for the World Cup. They are ready for the World Cup. They can at least. As it stands now,
if like say if you don't qualify, you go back. But let these people know.
As it stands now,
if you don't qualify, you go banter now.
As it stands now, no room for banter. No room for banter.
Good morning, John.
Yes, good morning, Godwin. It was a shameful clip trending on Twitter last night of the young goalkeeper haircut at the under 21 as we considered 4. Hey! He choked. Good morning. Now welcome to the show.
That one pained me. After all the bragging, we beat them in Argentina.
Bro, did you see how he came off his line? Oh, come on, man. Like, is this amateur league or what?
It's amateur league.
But welcome to the show, guys.
It's amateur league for them.
Nigeria under 20 they trashed them yesterday. Ben sometimes they trashed them 4 goals to nil Argentina. Won that game. We're going to talk about that on the show too. But let's start with the international football. Or let's even start with that one because that game yesterday was, I think we considered in the first 2 minutes. They don't score. I never even on TV.
What's going on here?
What is happening here? We don't concede. They have scored the first goal and they went on to dominate and just won that game. On the under 20, they tried it. Not easy. I think this is a round of 16.
They tried to qualify from the group stage.
They tried.
You lost your first game.
Yeah,
they drew the next one.
No, they won the
second one against Saudi by mistake. 9 minutes go. You played a draw in the third game. Try.
We try.
Try. No,
you don't try. No,
try.
It's conversations like we try. Bro, we don't want to try.
See do this World Cup. They play now. That's what football is about. You saw they were dominating. How the women have been dominating African football. This under 20s cannot dominate Chad. They cannot dominate African football.
It's sad, man. It's sad.
With all the bragging rights they came up with before the game yesterday, I was like, okay.
Well,
with all this
last time we beat Argentina was in 2023, if I'm correct.
No, they beat them recently. Under 20,
my point is that if you come to this tournament, Argentina is, I think they have won it 3 times, so they're actually good when it comes to this particular tournament. So we consider in the second minute of that game, just 1 minute plus we considered a goal. Then they scored in the 23rd minute and the 53rd minute, scored in the 66th minute to make it 4-0. Nigeria could not respond in that game. But we look at it, I'll not say that I think they tried though.
They not try.
They try.
No, they give them.
No, just say this boys try. Now your small boys now they try.
The people they play against now smaller boys.
But they still try. If you look at the statistics of that game, I would say it's a close or not close, depending how you want to see it. Argentina had 10 shots in total. 6 of them were on target and they scored 4 from 6. So fantastic. They had 52% possession and 414 passes. For Nigeria, we had 14 shots in total and only 2 were on target. But if you look at the balance of play, we try, even though they were going and scoring goals, we are not scoring our own goals.
We were not clinical, number 1.
You were not clinical, you did not, that possession or that shot where you play now on the break, just rush, play them. Make it be lost out. Make it if you rush, go back, go defend. Again, you see the problem with the team selection because that's what I was going to go back to. See the problem with team selection. You play against a team like this that have good midfielders, good attackers, good defenders. There's a proper rationing of every position, and you go with just 4 midfielders. Bro, they are playing in midfield. You need to do some subs to bring in midfielders to show up the midfield. It's games like this. You'll be like, oh, 5 at the back is not working. Let's play 7 in the midfield. 1 defender come out, 1 striker come out. The midfield. Make una dey there with them. You get close them down in midfield. Let's see if they cannot create chance. Because after coming do next is to at least. I'm not saying you try and fight back. You take off a defender and introduce an attacker. You take off a defender, introduce a midfielder. Because it's already 2 goals up at halftime. You take off a defender, introduce a midfielder to close up the gap in midfield first. But because you don't have bodies in midfield, you did not go with a proper team in midfield. You went with just 3 or 4 midfielders. You don't have that option. Now, the only option you have is to bring in a striker, to bring in an attacker, which, again, opens you up to conceding more goals. You just have plenty of long balls to the front and plenty of off-target shots.
I think in that encounter, the most important thing was not letting this team suffer the defeat mentally before the game started. And it looks as if we did on the night, because it's how do we go there and go and lose by a landslide in this scenario? How do we go and lose by a landslide to Argentina? So I feel like there's something very telling about what you said about what's the manager now, that no matter what you can say about him, you always prepare for each opponent. In this scenario, I don't think we prepared to play Argentina. I think we should have taken a pragmatic approach towards how we are going to defend, how we are going to advance the ball, how we are going to find a unique way of creating an advantage for our team. So you can't, for example, now you can't go and play Barcelona. You want to go and play them tiki-taka for tiki-taka.
That kind of thing.
You know, if you work.
It didn't do. You didn't get it.
You can't go and say you want to go and play these guys high line. It's not going to work. You have to find a means that work and then implement that strategy. This is why I believe that most managers need to be able to come to each game looking out for what the game requires of the team, and then being able to adapt.
That's why at some point I feel like the former Leeds United manager,
Marco Bielsa,
Marcelo, he was being fined. I think he was fined multiple times for infiltrating opposition training camp. Make you go see what they train, how they take prepare, so I can see from your rule book and come and use it against you.
Well, whether you look, you don't look, or people will passive.
Now, this
pass us for this
one.
This
you can go and look. You can go and look,
whether you look
and come and find a way to shut them down.
Whether you look or you no look, it will not matter, because I would say that the boys tried, even though that they were not there, they were trashed in this game 4 goals to nil. So okay, when they come back, we'll pat them on the back and say, okay, let's see if they are going to, because we are saying yesterday, our own Super Eagles, they are getting old, so that these boys could replace us. Imagine these boys going to the big team and they trash them again.
My own is first and foremost, they should withhold her course passports. First and foremost.
Calm down.
And there's disciplinary action.
He's a young boy.
If you saw that clip, man.
If
you saw that clip, no.
Okay, Nigeria was knocked out on yesterday's under 20 World Cup 4 goals to nil. Our other African brother, South Africa, lost against Colombia 3 goals to 1 in the yesterday's game too. So the only African brother that is here is Morocco, and they will play South Korea too this night.
Those are not the African brother, the African cousins. African brother, no, in cousins, now they be cousins with European. Is going to be another interesting game today, but it was disappointing yesterday. South Africa, the goal margin was reduced against Colombia. 3 goals to 1. At least the goal margin was reduced. They're causing 4 and not replying 1. They just score 1. Reduce the goal.
Morocco will do.
So top all your 17 strikers, so you carry go the place. You don't see 1 goal score against.
That's the thing, though.
That we need to do something. Our women are doing well, but they seem to improve. So talking about improving, the Super Eagles are still training. Tomorrow we have a crucial game against Lesotho. It's going to be a crucial game. That this World Cup qualification is not in our hands again; it's out of our hands. We have to hope that if we win our game to qualify, even if we finish second on that group, of us finishing best 4 is like 1%. So we just need to find a way. Maybe probably result goes our way, and we'll win our game tomorrow, because that's another thing. Hopefully South Africa will draw points and Benin will draw points. Our former coach is coaching Benin Republic and he's doing very well. Raw is here, so he's doing very well with Benin Republic. But let's see, tomorrow we'll sit down and analyze that game properly to see and get our own prediction about what will happen in that game. Okay, let's move on to other African qualification. Yesterday's games. We'll talk about yesterday's game and some of the games today. Eswatini and Angola played a 2-2 draw. Ethiopia beat Guinea-Bissau 1-0. Mauritius 0, Cameroon 2. That group they hot. Okay, Cape Verde scored a last-minute goal to draw against Libya in that game, making it 3-3. If probably they all lost that game, Cameroon will have a chance to qualify, but now it's still in Cape Verde's hands to qualify. They are playing their last game at home, so they just need 1 point, and boom, they are in the World Cup. Okay, Ghana went away to trash Central African Republic 5 goals to nil. Wow. So Ghana is doing well, and they are going to play the World Cup. They are ready for the World Cup. Okay, they are ready for the World Cup. They beat 0, Egypt 3. Salah scored 2 in that game. Mali went away to Chad to beat them 2-0. Sierra Leone 0, Burkina Faso 1, Madagascar 2. Zambia went away to Tanzania to beat them 1-0. Niger